I'm back, guys. So, hope you all had a great New Year. Interesting last week or so. We had the college football playoffs. That was going to be Clemson and Alabama. Those games, they weren't that good, to be honest with you. A lot of this bowl season hasn't been great as far as just quality games. I will say, though, was it Saturday, I think? The day after all the big games? That was a day full of fantastic games. That was a good one. But let's talk about these playoff games. It's a case where just the team we knew that was better going in ended up winning both times. And they weren't exactly close. It's going to be an interesting matchup here, I think, for the finale. Some questions. Now, we know Alabama has the better defense, but they have not faced a quarterback or an offense as good as Clemson's. Clemson's got a high-quality offense. They're one of the teams that, if they need to, they can beat you in a shootout. But they also have a pretty good defense. So a couple questions. Can Clemson stop Heisman winner Derrick Henry? They can slow him down, make the quarterback beat him with his arm. They got a shot. But in that playoff game, we saw something we have not seen from Jake Coker all year. He essentially won that game. I heard multiple times throughout the game, Derrick Henry was being used as a decoy. Jake Coker threw, I think, for over 300 yards, if not close. He had his best game as a member of the Crimson Tide. If he can do that against Clemson, we're going to have a very interesting game. It seems. But it just comes down to who's going to come out on top. Alabama hasn't faced a quarterback or an offense as strong as Clemson yet. And Clemson probably hasn't faced a runner as good as Derrick Henry. This should be a fun one. Hopefully it actually lives up to the hype, unlike a lot of these other games. But we had Ohio State and Notre Dame. That was a pretty fun game. Really stinks seeing Joey Bosa's collegiate career end like that. That's one thing that's really got me about this targeting call. I don't mind the targeting rule. I don't at all. They're doing it for the safety of the players. But let's see some consistency. There are multiple times in other games where you see other guys do the exact same thing. Led with the helmet into the chest, and they did not get called for targeting. If anything, I can't remember which game it was, but you had the guy almost get knocked out, and he got hit in the helmet with the opponent's helmet. How is that not targeting? Reed was his name. I can't remember which game it was, but how was that not targeting? That's the definition of targeting. If that's not targeting, there is no way Joey Bosa should have been ejected. No way. It's going to be interesting next season. This is going to be a whole new Ohio State team. We had to lose everyone. That hurts. Even Jalen Marshall. When I saw that he was seriously considering leaving, I thought, really? Yeah, he's good, but there's so much room for him to grow. But these guys have probably a little different thought process. Probably going out helping their family, that sort of thing. It's going to be a lot of new faces. It's tough to watch. Tough to watch. So we kept like 3 guys or so who could have went to the draft. Keep Pat Elflein. We keep Cameron Johnston. Which, kickers and punters leaving early, that's just crazy to me. Florida State kickers leaving early. But, I don't know. Just never seems like a good idea, especially for punters. So I wasn't exactly worried about that. Keep Gary on Conley. So, there's a whole lot of guys who are going to finally get their shot. Hopefully they'll be motivated, ready to go. Why do the NFL playoffs hate the Bengals? They hate the Bengals. First, they lose to Denver. And they come and beat Baltimore. They need San Diego to win, and they're number 2 seed. Denver wins. Thanks to Peyton Manning, crying out loud. And then, not only that, they have to face their arch rival, the Steelers, which is pretty much the last team I wanted them to face. Because they have Roethlisberger, who's playing some really good ball, and Antonio Brown, who's had a monster season. And they have to do it in prime time. They want the Bengals to lose, it seems like. If Dalton was here, I'd say the Bengals have a pretty good shot at winning. Because the Bengals are the better team going into this game. Their skill positions, guys, collectively are better than the Steelers. But can A.J. McCarron do what he needs to do? Question that remains to be seen. A little nervous for this game, but hopefully the Bengals come out on top. I don't know. Now we have all the coaching changes. Tom Coughlin resigning. Sean Payton staying in New Orleans. Oh, here's a shocker. The Cleveland Browns are making another head coaching change. They are the laughingstock of the NFL. A few years ago, it was the Jets. They had that Brett Favre thing. Everything was just going nuts there. Rex Ryan. Oh, they were the circus. And they were a legitimate circus. Now it's the Browns. Because it's pretty much anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But somehow that curse is coming down to Southern Ohio, and now it's trying to get the Bengals. We'll see what happens. Should be a fun weekend. NFL playoffs. We'll have the college football championship. I think that's in another week. I'm not sure. But lots more to talk about. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.